Good evening to the citizens of St. Bernard Parish. Today is Monday, April 27th. This is not a rerun of the update earlier today. Just listen to our governor's news conference today at 4 o'clock. And we learned a new direction in the COVID-19 saga for the state of Louisiana and how that affects St. Bernard Parish. So I kind of want to go through what the extended stay-at-home order will look like May 15th. The governor has extended the stay-at-home from April 30th to May 15th. But there are a couple of new guidelines involved in this extension that I wanted to go over with the citizens of St. Bernard Parish. The first thing I want to say is this is not an easy decision. With all of the data shown throughout the state of Louisiana, there are some regions, and one of the regions is ours, is doing pretty good as far as declining numbers. There are some other regions that aren't doing so good. So we all have to be on the same team and move the ball forward until May 15th. So a few of the new guidelines that are going to set in here in St. Bernard Parish and throughout the state is a few things. Number one, we are still going to have to follow the CDC guidelines and the CISA guidelines as it pertains to our businesses. Businesses that were previously directed to close will remain closed, including salons, barbershops, bars, and casinos, among other things. Businesses that are deemed essential under the third phase of the federal CISA guidance may still be open. Non-essential retail businesses in Louisiana continue to be able to open with fewer than 10 people inside. A lot of our retail businesses decided to close, but some have been calling, some have been setting up some plans. So if you can conduct your business with 10 or less people inside of your retail business, you're able to be open in this phase. Malls will remain closed to the public. We don't have any malls here in St. Bernard Parish, but just so you'll know, stores may open for curbside delivery. So if you wanted to shop at a mall, whether it's in Orleans or Jefferson Parish, what the governor is saying is that stores may open for curbside delivery. So you would have to call that store and they will be able to meet you at curbside and deliver you the items that you want to purchase. Restaurants will be allowed to open their outside areas for patrons to eat meals only without tableside service. So you will be able to continue to pick up your meals like you're doing now, bring it outside and sit at an outside area with a table and eat your meal. But you will not have service from a waitress or a waiter from that restaurant. And that's definitely different than what it was before. All employees of a business who have contact with the public must wear a mask. So we've been getting some complaints, we've been getting some thoughts about employees at drive-through windows who don't have masks. Now it is required of all employees of a business who have contact with the public must wear a mask. So that's something new. The governor is also strongly advising and urging everyone in the state of Louisiana to wear masks when in public. So all of those are the new things that are going to be affected here in St. Bernard Parish. Restaurants will be able to continue to have takeout deliveries, takeout or deliveries from their restaurants. People will now be able to sit in outside areas as long as they adhere to the social distancing guidelines, and that would be 6 feet from each table, and people who sit at each table will live under one roof, right? And that's going to be very difficult for restaurants to manage, but that's basically what we're going to be living under now. Now, looking forward, the governor gave us a little glimpse into what is in phase one. We have extended the previous order. Phase 1 will begin around May 15th. The governor said that he's going to come out on or by May 11th with that announcement. Phase 1 will lift the stay-at-home order and ease restrictions on some public spaces like houses of worship and restaurants, and opens other businesses that have been closed, such as barbershops and salons, but with restrictions on occupancy and strict requirements for personal distancing and masks to keep everyone safe. Phase 1 occupancy for these businesses will be limited to 25%. So that's 25% of what your occupancy is today, is what Phase 1 looks like after May 15th, if we meet the steady declining numbers. So that is the update from our governor. I want to make sure I haven't missed anything. We are ready. I know that our business community is ready to meet these guidelines. I know that they are eager to get started with this new set of rules, and the goal is to get to May 15th and to get into Phase 1, right? Gyms, I don't see that mentioned in anything that the governor has here. I'm going to have to give his staff a call to find out where the gyms are located in this extension or in Phase 1. My assumption is it will be in Phase 1 on May 15th, but he does not specifically talk about gyms. He just says businesses that have been closed, such as barbershops and salons. Now, gyms have been closed, so my assumption is gyms are included in May 15th. So that is the update here this evening on April 27th. On Monday, we will have an update tomorrow as we put our arms around this new set of guidelines set down by our governor. I want to thank him for his hard work and dedication and thoughtful process here in Louisiana. And parish presidents, we have been talking a little bit about some of the things in the order. We're talking about sending a letter to our governor to let him know how we feel on a few of these things, and we're all working together to make sure that we bring Louisiana forward and we do this right. So with that said, thank you, and God bless each and every one of you.